that this team broke.
Ready for baseball here in Southern California. Mason Lytle leading things off. He's the center fielder for UTSA. Michael Barnett now goes into his windup. Here's the first one, and it is upstairs for ball one. Derek Malika calling the balls and strikes. Eric Gachet at first base. Mike Morris, the crew chief, at second. And Travis Carlson rounding out the umpiring crew for this best-of-3 weekend series. Defensively, the Bruins straight up, and the 1-0 ripped out to left field. Lytle gives it a charge. Big fly for Mason Lytle. 1-0 UTSA. Tenth home run of the season for Lytle, and they are jacked.
There is no flinch in this UTSA team. Unbelievable. Mason Lytle gets it off to a good start. We talked about how good of a year he's had within the American Athletic Conference. I mean, this kid can really go.
67th home run hit by the Roadrunners this year. Here's Tausig, the right fielder. He'll swing and loop one out to center field. It's playable for Peyton Brennan. He'll make the catch for the first out. Let's go back and take a look at that home run by Lytle, because he did not get cheated.
Second pitch of the baseball game, and it comes middle into the barrel of Mason Lytle. 5'10", 180 pounds, and he smoked that one. And what a way to get it started here in Los Angeles. Just ripped it. Actually opened up early into the barrel. Left field, 1-0 Roadrunners.
Norris McClure, the third baseman, steps in. One out, bases cleared. And he'll shoot one the other way, and gloved by the third baseman, Roman Martin, to the backhand. 2 down. What a play by the Bruin third baseman.
Well, this defense is already one of the best in the country, but we'll talk more about the left side with Rock Chalowski at shortstop and then Roman Martin at third base. Both high school superstars came in together 2 years ago, and what a reaction by the third baseman, basically covering that whole left side of the infield for the second out.
So 2 outs, nobody on it for Lorenzo Moresi, the first baseman. He shows bunt, pushes one on the third base side. It's the pitcher Barnett off the mound. He fires the first, and Dean West, the left fielder, to lead things off. McClure, the third baseman, creeping in just in case and protecting against the bunt with West up. 317 hitter this year and a 4.7. We're out of Woodland Hills, California. Ton of sophomores in this lineup for the Bruins. A very talented group offensively. First one is in there for a strike. West is the guy that mentioned the 471 on base percentage. He will get hit by pitches. He and Chalowski tied for the team lead. They've been hit 21 times each. That is out toward right center field. Tausig was playing deep, moves over, gives way to Lytle, the center fielder. And there's out number 1. Brings up Rock Chalowski, the shortstop. A young man that, granted, he's had a phenomenal season, probably deserves more noise and bigger spotlight put on him to really just showcase what he's. Look at his numbers. I mean, they're just ridiculous what he did this year offensively.
Got left off the list for the top 3 players in the country of the Golden Spikes Award, but he is, again, part of the Brooks Wallace best shortstop, and then Dick Hauser, the best player in the country. Up for those 2 awards. What a year he's had. I mean, just impressive offensively, but you love his efficiency at the plate. He's had 65 walks or hit by pitches and only 28 strikeouts.
And this one's lifted out toward left center field. Lytle moving over. 2 down. So 2 fly ball outs. Lytle bringing them in. It'll bring up Milove Levu, the first baseman.
Very good. Well said.
Levu, a 321 hitter this year. Team leader in RBIs with 84. Chalowski and Levu combined for 156 RBIs in the 2 and 3 spot. Outside, first pitch, 1-0.
Big regional for LeVue last week, 6 for 15 with 10 RBIs and a home run. Third in the nation in RBIs with 84.
Over shift with 3 infielders on the right side, and this one's lifted in the air. Right field side, and Rusty runs out of room. Not a lot of foul territory here on either side. Kind of a quaint, old-style ballpark, Jackie Robinson Stadium. 1-1. This one's fouled back, 1-2. Mason Lino with a leadoff home run. If you're just joining us, giving UTSA a 1-0 lead. This is game 1. Best 2 out of 3. And they're advancing to Omaha.
11, and here they are.
Gruhl, Miller, and Stuckey due up for the Roadrunners here in their half of the second, up 1-0. Garrett Gruhl, the DH. He'll shoot one out toward right field. It will hang up for Salgado. Defensively for the Bruins, West in left field, Brennan in center, Salgado in right, Martin and Chalowski on the left side of the infield, Call and LeVue on the right side. Duggar behind the plate. Cade Miller, a freshman out of Madisonville, Texas, a .280 hitter this year. 13 doubles, a triple, 8 home runs, and 41 runs batted in. One of 2 freshmen in the lineup for Coach Hallmark in this game. This will bounce up the middle. It's a base hit. It will sneak through just past the diving Phoenix Call.
Michael Barnett just split the plate right there. Caden Miller was 2 for his last 12. Gets his first base hit. Always feels good coming to a regional or a super regional and get off to a good start.
So it's Andrew Stuckey stepping to the plate. Barnett will work from the stretch for the first time. He threw a total of 6 pitches in the first inning. Gave up the home run to Lida, but then on 3 consecutive pitches got 3 outs to limit it. Breaking ball for a strike. UTSA will run a little bit. 73 stolen bases on the year. As a team, they've been caught 15 times. That one in the dirt. Nice block by Duggar.
And that's what Michael Barnett's going to have to do. Land those off-speed and hitters counts, especially after the second pitch he threw of the game leaves the yard. If he can land his off-speed, makes his fastball more effective. And he's not a big strikeout guy. Only 70 strikeouts in the 75 innings that he's pitched.
Stuckey gets hit by a pitch on the elbow. So 2 on for the Roadrunners with 1 out here in the second.
Big emphasis on hit by pitches this year. You see teams like Coastal Carolina with 167 hit by pitches in the 63 some odd games they've played. Kentucky does a nice job of that. It's really not leaning over the plate or really trying. It's just you're not going to move because your first instinct is to get out of the way. At least when I played, you know, it's moving out of the way and continue the at bat. But now they stay in there and they wear it. And a little bit of momentum going for the Roadrunners here in the top of the second.
Ty Hodge, the shortstop at the plate. He takes down and away. Hodge, a redshirt junior out of College Station, Texas. .291 hitter this year. 6 home runs and 41 runs batted in. He'll shoot this one to right field. Salgado will play it on the bounce. Being stopped at third base is Miller, and caught between second and third is Stuckey. 2 down. The veteran catcher getting an earful from Coach Hallmark.
With 2 outs, you're absolutely going to send the runner. With 1 out, you tend to be a little more cautious. I would have got caught in that situation as well, just thinking that the runner's going ahead. But ultimately, when you're rounding second, you're looking not only at the coach, but the runner in front of you. And Stuckey didn't do either.
So Jordan Ball, the freshman second baseman, will step up, and instead of having the bases loaded with 1 out, he's got runners at the corners. 2 outs now. First one's in for a strike. Ball in .347 this year. Native of Boerne, Texas. 5 doubles, no home runs. 22 runs batted in. Just missed outside. 1-1.
Pretty good pitch right off the outside corner. Even if it's not a strike, now you have that hitter leaning out, looking for that pitch. That's when the fastball middle in works.
Two balls, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch missing. And don't be surprised with the Roadrunners. You see action counts, guys doing different things, try to steal a run, especially after the base running blunder by Stuckey.
Yeah, you sometimes have a tendency to try to make up for it, and they would try to steal a run if the hitter got behind, like 1-2, or, you know, in this situation, you still want to try to get a base hit. Now would be the time.
Yeah. And there comes the runner, and he is safe at the plate. As I said, don't be surprised by Pat Hallmark's team. They will sneak up on you to try to get the run, and sure enough, it's 2-0.
The element of surprise. And Caden Miller from third just took up. That's when you're hyper aware of having something else happen, when you get a pitcher picked off. And right when Duggar threw it back to Michael Barnett is when Caden Miller took off. Watch him. Gone. And that lazy throw to the mound made all the difference. And the Roadrunners get their second run.
Well, the Hallmark gave an earful to Ty Hodge at first base for not taking second base.
He's all over the place.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Held off.
So again, if you're in an offensive count, you're going to go ahead and let him try to swing the bat. But when he gets behind is when you start thinking, especially with 2 outs, how am I going to get this other run across?
Not it in. The Bruins club that hit .297 this year, 78 home runs. They don't run as much as UTSA, but when you got guys in the order that can bob. One or two. And the UTSA faithful behind the first base dugout have been into this game since Mason Lytle gave them the lead in that first inning. First batter of the game. 1-2. That's down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shift is on. Roadrunners have 3 on the left side. There's the UTSA faithful. Two-two pitch. Cade Miller out in left field is playing very deep. Lytle in center, Tausig in right, McClure and Hodge on the left side, Ballin and Moresi on the right, Stuckey behind the plate. A.J. Salgado on deck. Here's 3-2. Upstairs, and UCLA has its first base runner of the game.
How quickly things can change. I mean, Zach Royce in the first inning only threw 8 pitches, looked completely under control. 1, 2, 3. And he starts off the second inning with a walk to the 4-hole Roman Martin.
A.J. Salgado, redshirt senior, right fielder. Swings the first pitch, chops one over the head of the first baseman, Moresi. Nothing he could do. Headed to third is Martin. Salgado on his way to second. He's got a double. The ball gets away. Heads up play by McClure, moving to his left and keeping Martin at third base. But UCLA one swing away from tying things up.
After the throw, Roman Martin was being waved home and then immediately got the stop sign. That's how hard it is right in front of home plate. Just bounces straight over Morrissey's head. A double for A.J. Salgado, the only non-sophomore in this lineup. He's the veteran guy that they talked about. Coach John Savage says they love having him in this lineup, just his veteran leadership, and hey, why not?
Second and third, nobody out, infield back. Peyton Brennan, the center fielder, up. That's downstairs. Brennan 297 this year. 19 extra base hits, 37 runs batted in. Bruins trying to cash in the old leadoff walk. This is a number back to McClure at third base. Looks the runner back across the diamond, one away. A pretty good pitch too by Royce.
Great pitch to make him pull that ball or hit that ball to the left side. Ideally, you hit that ground ball to the right side that gets the run in and the runner at second over to third with less than 2 outs. But Brennan not able to do the job, and the runners have to stay where they are.
Blaze Baltz, the DH. 250 hitter this year. First pitch is down low. I don't know if Royce is having some extra movement on his pitches, and you know that could happen. Super regional, over amplified a little bit, but it's the second baseball I've seen pop out of the glove of Stuckey.
It's definitely got some late life to it, moving away from the left-handed barrel and into the right-handers.
1-0. Caught the bottom part of the strike zone. Evens a count at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, you see that movement. Get a lot of ground balls on that, because as a hitter, you see it in one spot. And then when you go after it, it ends up dropping just enough to catch the top of the baseball.
Moresi playing in at first base. Coach Hallmark out at the dugout to yell at Moresi. He looked like he was creeping in as if there was a bunt coming up. It's 2 balls and a strike. Now he moves back even with a bag at first. Lifted in the air, down the line, slicing foul and out of play. And it's 2-2.
Blake Baltz, also a sophomore, only had 9 starts last year, but did have the home run. The regional had 3 hits.
Two. Full count. You get the excitement from UTSA, and then the from the UCLA fans.
That is a fantastic take. That's a strike for about 50 feet. By the time it gets to 60 feet 6 inches, it's off the plate for a ball.
3-2. And he walked up. Bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning.
Vic, I don't mind that walk, because now you've got forces around the bags. One pitch can get you out of the inning. And Zach Royce is throwing that pseudo kind of drop, you know, that they can get the ground ball that he needs.
Coach Hallmark making a visit. And this is something that we saw last weekend in Austin. There are times where you sit there and go, is a visit necessary? But he knows he's got the pulse of his team, and everything that he did last week as far as slowing the game down, having an offensive meeting with a player, all seem to work out. And obviously, when you've got a veteran team, he's got a sense for what those guys are going through right now. And obviously, that's what he's just trying to do, just calm the situation. Hey, ground ball gets you out of this.
And this is the right time to do it because this is a high leverage moment in this game. You got a 2-run lead and the bases are loaded. Again, you're right. I mean, you're literally one pitch away, and that's what Royce has to focus on, is that sinker away from the left-handed bat. I remember as a left-handed hitter, you really had to be patient. So I had to see some pitches. If you go after the first couple, it felt like you always were going to hit a ground ball. So be patient, get deep in the count, and then eventually you'll get something to hit. But that's what Royce is looking for, the ground ball right here.
8th place hitter Cashel Duggar, the catcher, steps in. Bases loaded, and a breaking ball misses. Moresi tried to bunt his way on. First plate appearance. Easily thrown out, so he's 0 for 1. Native Italy, senior, 287 this year. Two balls, no strikes. Pretty good lead for McClure at first. He's on the move. No, he stopped. The old bluff. 2-1. 9 stolen bases on the year for McClure. Has been caught once. Team leader is Lytle with 17. Quick throw to first and diving back in safely.
Well, he's doing his job, catching the attention of Michael Barnett. It's always more difficult for a pitcher have to worry about a runner and hit a spot, especially when you go deep in the count.
They're in the top of the 9th in Fayetteville. Arkansas leading Tennessee 4-3.
That's a heavyweight fight right there.
No doubt. Here it's 2-0 UTSA. Moresi chops one on the ground. Over the head of the first baseman, but right to the second baseman.
The footwork was great. He's in the deep part of the short hole right there, the back of the dirt. Taps his glove and fires it over, a perfect strike over to first base. It's a nice play.
Nobody on for the leadoff man, Dean West. The two very fine defensive clubs in this super regional.
Yeah, UCLA fields 981 as a group. I mean, that's top 10 in the country. They've turned the most double plays in the country. And UTSA not far behind.
Stuckey has another one pop out of the glove. 1 ball, 1 strike. West, a fly ball to center field in his first inning at bat. In the air to left. Long run in for Caden Miller. Ty Hodge, the shortstop, can't make the play. It's a fair ball. That ball just not hit very deep. And that'll fall in for a 1-out single.
It feels like the wind's pushing this ball from right to left. It had some backspin, side spin on it. And you saw Miller, he kind of went horizontal before he came directly to the baseball. And Hodge not able to reach for it. Was on his glove, just went right over him. And Dean West with a 1-out base hit.
Chalowski now bats. Skied one to center in his first AB. 1-0. 12 stolen bases on the year for West over at first base. Quick throw to first. West in there easily. Chalowski, the Big Ten Player of the Year, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. 370 hitter. 23 home runs, a .500 on base percentage coming into play today. This one's on the inside part of the plate to even the count. One to two.
Rock Chalowski's used to stardom. He was a quarterback at Hamilton High School at Chandler, Arizona, where they, of course, win all those state championships. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Arizona, 2025 Big Ten Player of the Year with 23 home runs this year. His father, Dan, was a first-round draft pick as a third base, second base catcher back in the early 90s. So grew up in a baseball family, and what a great year he's had. 370 with 23 home runs.
One, two. Looped out toward right center field. That will get down for a base hit. West waited for a second, turns and heads to third, and the Bruins have runners at the corners with one down.
Kind of looked like that was going to be a double off the bat. Nice job by Lytle, just getting the ball in and throwing it to the right bag. A lot of times you'll see a short or a center fielder try to throw the guy out at third. That allows the runner to get to second. Look where that pitch was, low and away. Plate coverage by Rock Chalowski just to go down and catch the barrel out in the right center. Now first and third for the Bruins with only one out.
LaVue struck out in the first inning, the only punch out for Royce. That's a fastball for a strike.
And this is how your top three in the country in RBIs, you get put in these positions. Guy on third, less than 2 outs. For me as a hitter, I always felt like you could relax a little bit because all you really have to do is not hit the ball on the ground, but put the ball in play, especially in grass in the outfield, and you get the run home.
.394 hitter this year with men in scoring position. He's got West at third base, Chalowski at first, one down. 2-0 UTSA here in the third. West bluffing down the line with Royce coming set.
Trying to get in the eye of Royce.
Roadrunners looking for another double play ball to get out of it. 2-strike pitch. This is pulled foul.
That's pretty good bat speed.
Yeah.
From LaVue. Cutter down and in, and he just shoots it right at the Roadrunner dugout.
8 sophomores in this lineup for UCLA. Big lead for Chalowski at first. 0-2 hit down the line, foul. Just hooked it.
Zach Royce doesn't throw a lot of changeups, but this would be the time to do it. You got 2 bullets down the right field line, foul. The bat head is already sped up. You got the hitter in swing mode. This is when something soft and away works.
Trying to get him to chase upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight up, as is the infield. McClure a little bit off the line at third. 1-2 pitch. This is ripped into right field, a base hit. West will score. Chalowski's on his way to third. That ball goes all the way to the wall. LaVue to second. Chalowski gets stopped at third base. It's an RBI double. UCLA gets on the board. It's 2-1.
Royce kept throwing that wood on the fire until he got burnt. LaVue already had the bat head sped up. He gets a middle in fastball, and this time keeps it fair down the right field line. Scores 1 run, puts the Bruins in position for more with only 1 out, and just ripped that fastball middle in.
85th RBI of the year for LaVue. He's at second. Chalowski at third. First pitch is in there for a strike on Roman Martin. Roadrunners play 3 on the left side of the infield against Martin. Moresi off the line at first. Chopper toward third. McClure knocks it down. His plays to first. The run will score, and we're tied at 2. RBI ground out for Roman Martin as he picks up his 56th RBI.
It's a great job by McClure at third base. That's a short hop. And too often you see that ball get under the legs of a third baseman. He stayed down with it, didn't panic, picked it up with his bare hand and made an accurate throw over to first base. Bad hop, but he was able to handle it.
Lavu still at second base. And that one's in for a strike. 2-2 game here in the third. A.J. Salgado, the right fielder. The lone non-sophomore in this lineup. Picked up a double his first plate appearance. No balls, 2 strikes. Double he picked up in the second inning, his 17th of the year. Breaking ball.
But the arm action is the same. So it's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball with an 80-mile-an-hour change. Usually you'd want a little more gap between the two, but he's effective with it.
This one pulled over to third. Martin's been busy over there today. 1 down.
Yeah, back to Arkansas. Zach Root went 7 today. Struck out 6. I was in Knoxville. Arkansas is one of the most complete teams that I've seen this year. They got a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, top to bottom on paper for sure.
And Tennessee lost their 5 best hitters off last year's national championship team. They've replaced them some, but they're not quite the powerhouse they were last year when they won it all.
Caden Miller takes downstairs. Coastal Carolina into the College World Series. They took care of Auburn today, 4-1. LSU's 16-9 winners over West Virginia in their first game. And Duke 7-4 winners over Murray State. Check swing roller toward third. Martin comes in on it. No stress, under control, 2 down.
Yeah, that's all really defense ever is outside of the skills, you know, with the footwork and the glove and the transfers. And on the left side, if you got as strong an arm as these kids do, but ultimately you stay under control. And so far in this game, Roman Martin, I mean, just looks the part.
7 ground ball outs for Barnett. We play here in the 4th. Base is clear for Andrew Stuckey. Was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Just wrapping up the scoreboard. Miami forcing a game 3. They took care of Louisville 9-6. Arizona doing the same to North Carolina 10-8. They'll play a 3rd game tomorrow.
If you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet.
I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with
2-1. Just got a piece of it.
Roadrunners last week, I mean, with 2 strikes, they fight.
Yep.
I mean, they get after it.
They don't give in.
Not a lot of strikeouts as a group.
One and 1. Here's 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
Ty Hott started at Texas A&M. I mean, he was that type of prospect out of high school. Then went over to Houston Christian. Played 50 games there in Southland Conference. Dad Kevin Hodge played at Rice. Had a 6-year pro career.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And brother Nathan's on the team.
Yep.
You said they look almost alike. Huh?
Yeah. And Nathan, 6, 7, and 8 for the Bruins here. They're half of the 4th. Brennan a ground out his first time up. This one toward the middle, and Hodge can't get there. And it's a leadoff single for Peyton Brennan.
Second time in 4 innings that the Bruins have had the leadoff guy on. Weren't able to score back in the second with the leadoff walk to Roman Martin. Peyton Brennan at a 6 spot. Gets the party started here. Bottom of the 4th. Leadoff base hit.
Blaze Baltz. The walk in the second inning. UCLA had the base loaded. Could not cash him in. Looked like he went around. And sure enough, Travis Carlson, the third base umpire, rings it up 0-1.
You know, John Savage has built such a great thing here in this day and age of transfer portal, and you can move without penalty. They've got 8 sophomores in this lineup for the Bruins, so they bled together. They're brothers. They love each other, and it's less likely they're going to leave a program like this, especially making a super regional as second-year college players. I mean, imagine this team next year if they don't get it done this year. So he's created something special here at UCLA.
They kind of winced if talking about did we get here a year early, you know? It's hard to argue with what they've been able to do. And these guys, look, they went through a tough year last year.
Yeah, only won
Growing
19
pains.
games.
19 games, but to me it's growing pains. They got the experience. They knew what it was like. They learned how to play together, and obviously it's paid off this year.
And can you imagine how hard that is to do as a coach? Like, you want to win now, and so the patience for John Savage, who's been there 21 years, so he's been around, he knows. But it's a special group they have here.
Two balls, 2 strikes. 19 last year, 45 this year, the largest increase in D1. Leadoff single for Brennan. He's at first. They'll check in on him.
So there's only 2 coaches in college baseball history, him and Tim Corbin, that have won a College World Series title, produced a first overall pick, a Golden Spikes winner, and a former player that won the Cy Young. Only 2. John Savage has seen a lot.
Missed low. Not by much. Full count. 52 pitches now for Royce. Duggar on deck, the catcher.
And if you're not afraid your hitter is going to strike out, then you go ahead. You're not stealing the bag, but you're sending him in motion to stay out of the double play.
3-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Baltz. 1 down. Let's go to Darinoka in the studio.
Howdy, guys. I got Mike Rooney here with me. How about Gabe Gackle putting the finishing touches on a 7-inning Zach Root masterpiece? Hogs win game 1.
Yeah, Root and Gackle held that incredible Tennessee offense to 2 hits.
Hogs 1 win from their 12th trip to Omaha.
Got
One out, 1 on. Cashel Duggar takes down and away. Grounded into the 6-3 double play that got UTSA out of the second inning. Roadrunners scoring a run in the first on the home run by Lytle. Adding a second run in the second inning. As Cade Miller stole home, but UCLA came back and scored twice in the third. And that's where we stand right now.
Stuckey doing some work behind the plate. There's a couple balls he's been able to block, keep the runner from moving to second base.
Three balls, no strikes. Call on deck, and there's a strike, 3-1. Taussig deep in right, Miller deep in left. A little bit bigger lead for Brennan at first. Here's 3-1. Duggar skies it foul and out of play.
Yeah, you're a little less likely to steal a bag during this at bat with the left-handed hitter because the first baseman's holding the runner on, second baseman's in double play depth, so you got a big hole on the right side of the infield. You don't want to close it up by either getting the runner blown up at second or even if he's safe, but that's why you're less likely to steal in this situation.
3-2, the runner goes. Little bouncer up the third base line, and that is going to fall and stop. Is it going to roll foul? It's not. It's a base hit for Duggar. And the Brewers have runners at first and second with one out.
We have seen some weird base hits in this game already, haven't we?
Yep.
Like a number down the third base line. He does the right thing, Royce, because the decision is if you can get him, you're going to try to go. But if you in your mind, if it speeds up on you and you know you're not going to get him at first, you just hope that it rolls foul, and it almost did. But we've got that base hit. We've got a blooper down the left field line. We've got a ball off the plate, basically, that bounced into right field for a double.
Phoenix call. Steps in. Number 9 hitter. Floops one out to shallow center field. Here comes Mason Lytle. It falls in for a base hit. And the Bruins have them loaded up at the top of the order. Third hit of the inning for UCLA.
And 2 hits by the 8 and 9 spot turns the lineup over. Now they've got to navigate through the gauntlet. This Bruin lineup, they've scored 12 runs a game since this postseason started. And the second time in this game, they have the bases loaded. Nice job by Lytle trying to deke the runner as if he was going to catch it. Sometimes you can get them, to go back to second base, but nice job of base running, and the Bruins with the bases loaded and only one out.
Coach Hallmark to the mound. UCLA getting the offensive players all together on the third base on deck circle. So it's the battle of meetings here at Jackie Robinson Stadium.
Well, the meeting last time that Pat Hallmark went out there worked. They got the double play and got out of the inning. So whatever he said, he just pulled out a tape recorder and repeated it.
The speedy Dean West at the plate. Brennan at third. Duggar at second. Call at first. West 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the third inning. Goes to the breaking ball, first pitch. This is out to left field. Hit well. Miller moving back. Playable. That'll score a run. Sac fly for Dean West. UCLA on top 3-2.
Just doing a job. Hit it where it's pitched. Take what they give you. Dean West gets the ball out over the plate, stays through it, gets it up in the air, keeps it off the ground, and Bruins take the lead.
2 outs, 2 on for Chalowski. Bruins shortstop, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. The pickoff attempt at second and off the heel of the glove.
They do drop a high amount of Royce's fastballs, don't they?
Yeah.
We've seen Stookie drop it. It kind of speaks to how heavy that ball is when he lets it go.
2-1 on the way. This was line foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Grotus, first man up for UCLA in their pen. Left-hander. Barnett's 2-2 pitch. Off speed, outside, a full count. Mason Lytle on deck. AAC Player of the Year. Now the payoff. Climbing the ladder. Fouled it back. Beautiful night. Beautiful late afternoon, I should say, leading into night here in Southern California. Not a cloud in the sky. Slight little breeze blowing out.
Did you expect anything different?
No. No.
Pretty nice.
Coach
huh?
Savage said, I guarantee we will play on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday if necessary. A little chopper. Call's got to come charging in. Off balance throw, and there's out number 1. Hey, here's tomorrow's Sunday night matchup, the series finale between the Red Sox and the American League East leading Yankees. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with baseball tonight's Sunday night countdown. 1 out. Leadoff man Mason Lytle steps in. Lytle, the leadoff home run back in the 1st inning, his 10th of the year. 68th run batted in. It was his 97th hit of the year.
It's too shy of the UTSA record. 99 hits is the record.
Grounded out in the 3rd inning. A terrific play by Roman Martin. One pitch. Lytle lifts one out toward right. Delgado comes in. 2 down. Well, credit Barnett for not getting rattled by any stretch of the imagination after the home run and then a stolen base of home in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, and John Savage has to be happy with what he's gotten out of Michael Barnett. Their identity is their bullpen. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 arms down there that can really go. So they're hoping to get 2 times through the lineup from their starters, and they're clearly capable, but all the lightning comes from the bullpen. And Michael Barnett has done just a great job. Only scattered 5 hits, 2 runs.
Dowsey go for 2, a fly ball to center and a ground ball to second. Two balls, no strikes. Taussig, one of those guys with easy pop. Takes a strike, 2-1.
Well, yeah, he's 6'6". Big boy, so he makes contact, it'll go.
Senior from New York City. Two one.
Put it in spots, get weak outs. You can be in the game for a long time.
One out, nobody on for Roman Martin. Walking an RBI ground down. 56th run batted in for the Whittier native. 0-1. Three infielders on the left side. This one shot to right field. Great piece of hitting. Taking what's given to him, a one-out knock.
So are we keeping track of how often the shift gets busted and how much it works? Because it got busted big time right there. Again, as a hitter, if you're looking off speed and they try to punt a fastball in there, you're not going to pull it. You're going to go the other way, and you got to pitch to the shift in order for it to work. And right there, nice job by Roman Martin, just ripping it to right field.
Salgado chops this one over the head of Moresi. Nothing he can do. Heading to third is Roman Martin. Note to self, don't be a sinker baller here at Jackie Robinson Stadium.
That's the second time we've seen that right over the first baseman's head, and I don't think I've seen that hit in a long time. But it works.
Yeah.
A.J. Salgado with the big bouncer. First and third with only one out. Just pound it right in front of that home plate. It's hard at that dirt before the grass cut. And again, almost identical to the double we saw earlier in the game.
2 for 3 game for him. Runners at the corners. Here's Brennan. Fouled that one at the plate. No balls at a strike. Brennan had a single with an RBI. Led off the 4th inning. Or pardon me, a single with a run. Led off the 4th with a base knock.
Yeah, this guy's been red hot. 7 games the postseason coming into today. 14 for 26. Hit .538 with 12 RBIs in those 7 games.
Connor Kelly now loosening for UTSA and their bullpen on the first base side. Oh, 2 pitch. And delayed steal. Stuckey, because the baseball hit the ground, never saw the delayed steal. Salgado ends up at second base, 14th bag of the year.
Yeah, that wasn't a read. I think you're right. I think that was just a designed, delayed steal, which means you take a few crow hops towards second as if you're just taking your secondary lead. See the pitch here down in the dirt, so really no chance for Stuckey to dig it out and make a throw.
And a swing and a miss. Stuckey applies the tag. Brennan is out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Royce.
Yeah, Royce has just done a fantastic job keeping the ball low in the strike zone, and then when he's going for a swing and miss, to hit the dirt. And UCLA has had a ton of traffic in this game and only 3 runs.
Here's Baltz. A walk and a strike at 0 for 1. The lights have been on here this entire game. The field's still in the sunshine. Nice play by Stuckey. That ball bouncing way out in front of the plate. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, it's not like you're trying to avoid the left-hander to get to the next guy, because Cashel Duggar on deck is also a left-handed hitter, but you do have first base open. And so early in these counts, you try to get a swing and miss. If you can't, you might try to sneak a strike in here. But if he does walk him, it's not that big of a deal. You still got forces around the bases with 2 outs.
Three and 1. Seems like Royce we've gotten deeper into this game. He's got a little bit better feel strike-wise with the breaking ball than he does the fastball.
Yeah, and now you're definitely not splitting the plate. So try to get a swing and miss. If you don't, walks him, you go after the next guy.
There's ball 4. Yeah. Right on cue.
Now you got to go to work. Got to get an early strike, get ahead in the count.
No place to put him. Duggar double play ball in the second, singled in the fourth. UCLA looking for some insurance runs. They're up 3-2 here in the fifth. Breaking ball misses outside. Six to 1 before coming back and winning that game. Texas struggled with men in scoring position. They had opportunities aplenty as this one's chopped over to first. McClure will be retired. But Texas had a number of opportunities to put UTSA away and couldn't cash them in. A little different in that UCLA is leading this one 3-2, but UCLA's had plenty of opportunities to kind of stretch out the lead, and yet UTSA keeps making pitches when they need to.
Well, 28 come from behind wins by UTSA. They're the best in the country at doing that. So to your point, they don't flinch. I mean, they know what they've got, and they know how to take the at-bats just like that.
Sneaks one past the third baseman and between the bag and Martin. And it's a one-out single for Lorenzo Moresi, his first single of the game. So he's 1 for 3. And brings up the DH, Garrett Gruhl.
The Roadrunners have only swung and missed at 1 pitch in this game. And you keep putting the ball in play on a consistent basis, good things are going to happen. And we already talked about their 2-strike approach.
Gruhl takes a strike. Fly ball to right and a ground ball to third. No balls, 2 strikes. Both teams out here yesterday during their practices. Get a chance to get a feel for the field, especially for UTSA. First time out here.
Yeah, a lot of fields now are turf. This is, you know, natural grass and dirt, and which means on the dirt you'll sometimes catch a seam, get a bad hop, but it's the way we grew up playing. Biggest difference in the natural and the turf. Got to watch for the bad hops, like we've already seen a few times in this game.
Moresi leading off at first base. Here's the 1-2. And Gruhl fouls that one right into the mid. Foul tips it into the mid. The NCAA Men's College World Series in Omaha begins Friday, June 13th, the 46th consecutive year. It's on ESPN and the 23rd straight year. Every game is on ESPN. The finals begin Saturday, June 21st. For more information, go to NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships.
Well, right about the time when I talked about them not swinging and missing, they swing and miss for the second out.
One ball, no strikes on Caden Miller. A strikeout of Gruhl, the first punch out, the only punch out that Barnett has had this afternoon. Miller with a single, a run scored, stole home in the second inning.
But also why that pitch count's at 70 through 5 2/3.
Outside with the breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Cuts through it. Duggar almost looking like he wanted to throw to first, but Moresi was able to get back in there. 2-1. Miller taking a huge hack, trying to put UTSA on top. that is skied high and deep, but foul.
Under that turf auxiliary field.
Yeah.
Off the wall there.
You got a half diamond or a diamond that's turf, artificial turf, and then you play on regular sod. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, and a man at first. UCLA up 3-2, and they'll check in on Moresi. Bruins have 9-1-2 coming up in the bottom of the inning. Bruins, of course, the host. Home team today. UTSA will be the home team tomorrow, and then if there is a game 3 on Monday, back to UCLA as the home team.
Moresi 4 for 4 stolen bases. One thing you know about the Roadrunners, when they go, they usually make, they've only been caught 15 times all year.
Full count. And with 2 outs now, Moresi will be off with the pitch. Again, he's called 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th inning of stranded.
Well, it's good that the bullpen's right there behind first base, right? Because if it was down the right field line, we'd probably still be waiting on him.
Yes, he'd still be making his way in. He would be the beneficiary of a bullpen card.
That's what you want your relief guys to be, though, right? I mean, you know, low heartbeat, no stress. Kind of seems like this whole Roadrunner team's that way.
Mm-hmm. Spent 2 years at Paris Junior College in Texas. Made his way to UTSA. Did not play last year, and here he is this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And what you've seen from Royce, what you see from Kelly here so far, and most of these Roadrunner pitchers, is the fact that they're not afraid to pitch inside. They will, and they will double up. They're not going to overwhelm you velocity-wise, but the pitchability certainly is there. You don't get to 47 wins without it. 2-2.
When you throw middle in, especially the first pitch, now as a hitter you start speeding it all up in your mind. Well, if he can bury it once, he's going to be able to do it again. So I got to protect against it, which means as a hitter, you're trying to get the barrel out to that pitch, and it makes you vulnerable to all the off speed. So I always thought that first pitch fastball in was huge.
3-2, and that hit him. They asked an appeal if he swung at the bat. He did not. It was a check swing hit by pitch. So he'll take first base. Leadoff man on for the Bruins to start the 6th.
And that's why you don't see a lot of guys throwing in, because they don't want to hit them. And Connor Kelly came in there 1-2 too much, and it was a right-handed hitter with little side slinging action. Just buries into the 9 spot. You definitely didn't want to do that. Give a free pass to the 9-hole hitter with Dean West coming up, who already has a base hit in this game. Just watch the tail on this fastball. It comes in, half swing, hits him on the inside forearm. Ouch.
Oh, looked like it may have got him on the right wrist, and then the old dreaded Mitch Kupchak. The old midsection.
And that's tough when you got to throw with that right arm. 129 hitters hit by UCLA this year, top 10 in the country.
Leadoff man on. He's got a good lead over at first. West shows bunt, pulls it back 1-0. West 1 for 2, single with a run in the 3rd inning. Had a sac fly in the 4th. They put UCLA on top 3-2. 40th run batted in. Two balls, no strikes.
Not something that UCLA does a lot, the sack bunts. They do it to the 8 and 9 with Duggar and Cole, but once they turn the lineup over, they usually let them go. Dean West only has 2 sack bunts all year.
Three and 0. Not the part of the order you want to be gifting base runners. Chalowski on deck. Lavu to follow as time is called. Stuckey's going to go out and talk things over as the Roadrunners start to scramble their bullpen. And it looks like it's going to be their guy that kind of shuts things down. Robert Orlowski will start to warm up quickly in the Roadrunner pen on the first base side. He's a guy that Coach Hallmark will lean on for multiple innings. Their closer, if you will. That's why you're getting this long conversation. And Derek Malika, the home plate umpire, going out to break up the rock pile. There's Orlowski.
Guys, 2 saves away from the single season saves record. So all these records that the Roadrunners are breaking this year with this team. Robert Orlowski, just another one from Idaho. I don't hear that a lot.
No. So Kelly went 3-2 on call before hitting him. He's at first base and now is falling behind on West. 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 1.
Now you have options. You can give him an out and do the sack bunt, or put him in motion, try a hit and run.
But you leave first base open, so you wouldn't pitch to Chalowski, right? Take your chances with Lavu. Full count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Orlowski warming up.
Yeah.
So it's like pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
Right.
But that's why it's important to have somebody hitting behind you,
Yeah.
so they can't necessarily make that easy decision on Chalowski, who's on deck.
Now we'll call go. 3-2. He's on the move. West fouls it back. Starting to see a little bit of the shade starting to creep out behind home plate and a little bit on the third base side between home and third. Long hold for Kelly. Called. Does not go, and there's ball 4. So the first 2 have reached for the Bruins. Nobody out, and Rock Chalowski coming to the plate.
Yeah, that'll probably be it for Kelly. But what was intended to kind of mess with the hitter's timing ended up messing Connor Kelly up. Way high and outside for ball 4. And once again, the Bruins are in position to put a crooked number up there. I mean, they've had bases loaded, what, 3 times in this game?
Mm-hmm. 8 men left on base so far. UCLA 2 for 9 with men in scoring position. They do have a 1-run lead. Chalowski 1 for 3, singled and scored in the third. This was planned as the clock kept ticking down. No sign was given. And Pat Hallmark was making his way out in vintage Mel Stottlemyre fashion, taking it all in. And if last weekend was any indication, Derek Malika, the home plate umpire, will make his way all the way to the mound, and we'll get a pitching change.
You've got this whole sequence down, don't you?
Orlowski's already made a couple of steps towards the field, so he already knows he's coming in.
But then he stopped.
Yeah. There it is. There's the call of the bullpen. So we got ourselves a pitching change. Kelly comes in, hits, call, walks West. Does not record an out. Orlowski gets checked. Pitching change on the sophomore, taking things over with runners at first, second, nobody out.
Yeah, good manipulation of the fastball and go anywhere from 89 to 96 miles an hour.
First one's downstairs.
More four-seamers and 12-6 curveballs to left-handers. With the right-handers, he'll throw the two-seam cut with the slider action. Left-handers only hitting 186 against, but he's got to get through this right-hander, Rock Chalowski.
Popped up left side. Infield fly rule will be called. Fifth fair, and sure enough, McClure is there. One down. That's a huge out. Retiring Chalowski. Runners remain at first and second.
Huge for a couple reasons. He's better against the left-handed hitter, and that's who's coming up now with LeVou. But also it sets up the double play to get him out.
First one on the way to LeVou, and this one's fouled off.
Man, that short arm action, it makes you wonder how he gets so much velocity from that angle. It's kind of almost a pause, and then he's coming right after you.
LeVou 1 for 2. RBI doubled in the third inning. 85th run batted in for the lefty, first baseman. One pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball, he drops that one in, a beauty.
Yeah, that's a good one. Not something LeVou was expecting. Seen a couple fastballs ride high, and then that pitch looks like a fastball high, and it just drops down in the zone.
2-2. Down and away, full count. Robert's dad, Joe, a 6th round pick by the Blue Jays in 1998. At a high school in Nevada. First and second, one out. Here's the payoff pitch. Breaking ball out in front, pulls it foul and out of play.
That's a gutsy pitch. 3-2, nowhere to put him, and he drops the curveball on him. That's why the timing was off for LeVou. And it's great, too, because now as a hitter, you can't just sit on a fastball.
Call at second base, West at first. 3-2, and that's hit well out to right field. Tausig was playing deep on the track, makes the catch. Tagging from second, headed to third is Phoenix Cole. 2 outs. And for LeVou, a little bit of a top spin lob line drive to right field.
But he certainly did sit on that fastball, and he crushed it to right field. That's part of this game that's a little unfair. You can do all you can do at the plate and just not get anything to show for it. If he gets under that another couple centimeters and that ball's gone. Crushed to right, nothing to show, 2 outs.
So West over at first. Call at third, 2 outs. Roman Martin, the third baseman, up. Big hole on the right side because you got 3 infielders on the left. Martin, the last time this type of defensive alignment, got a pitch away from him, punch one at right field. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Bottom third of the order for the Roadrunners, Stuckey, Hodge, and Ballin. Andrew Stuckey, the catcher, hit by a pitch in the second inning, singled in the fourth. Ran himself into an out that inning as well. Todd, now with the shadows covering home plate, pitcher still in the sunshine. Walk us through that from a hitter's perspective.
Yeah, I never liked these 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock starts. You had that shadow that separated the plate from the mound, and the ball changes colors. It's difficult for a hitter to see, which is why I always thought Pitchers may throw more fastballs in this situation. And, you know, you always struggle with this first at bat at 5 o'clock when the game would start at 5 o'clock because of that. I mean, just tough to see.
Michael Barnett, 6 innings, 2 runs, 1 strikeout, no walks. Two one. Stuckey lifts one out toward right field, not very deep. Salgado's got to come running in, calling it, makes the catch, and there's out number 1. Hey, here's tomorrow's Sunday night matchup, the series finale between the Red Sox and the American League East leading Yankees. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with baseball tonight's Sunday night countdown. One out, nobody on for Ty Hodge. Game 2 of this series tomorrow, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And we will be on ESPN2. Hodge is single in the second. He's 1 for 2 so far. Fouls this one back.
UCLA's 28-7 here at home. They're tough to beat. Conversely, UTSA is 19-9 on the road, so that you don't see that a lot. Teams with winning records away from their home ballpark. UTSA, one of the best on the road.
One ball, 2 strikes. UTSA had 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've stranded 4 so far. Hodge chops this one left side. Chalowski to his left's got to go. Gets rid of it quickly over to first, and they got him. 2 down.
That was sick. Chalowski was shaded in toward third base. And a high chopper to his left ranges all the way over, and the toughest part is keeping this throw on line. All the way to his left side and from the hip. Perfect strike. And this is a kid hitting 370 this year with 23 home runs. And he's fired up.
Jordan Ballin, 9th place hitter, second baseman. Takes a strike. Chalowski, the presence of mind, knowing that when he got there, he'd have to get rid of it. It's not take an extra step or spin move. It's just catch and go.
And that's a great point, too, the exchange, yeah. From the glove, how quickly he did that. And then there's just so much going on right there. You got to have a strong arm,
well,
you know, and an off-balance throw. Pretty impressive. One of the best players in the country.
No balls, 2 strikes. Connor trying to get the Bruins back into the dugout. The 1-2-3 inning. That one misses low, 1 and 2. UCLA 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They've stranded 10. But have the 1-run lead. Top of the order, and Brennan and Bolts.
That ball gets on you quick. You know, if you're A.J. Salgado right now, you're kind of waiting for an arm action, some timing, and it just comes right from his right ear at 95 miles an hour.
Orlowski came in last inning, got the 3 batters in a row retired, keeping it a 1-run deficit for UTSA as the first out is recorded here in the 7th. UFL's semis are tomorrow. I can't believe it's already that time of year. The USFL Conference Championship game between the Panthers and the Stallions is at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Then it's the XFL Conference Championship game. The Battlehawks host the Defenders on Fox. A trip to the UFL Championship game Saturday, June 14th on ABC is on the line.
Who are you pulling for?
I don't know, man.
I got Michigan.
Yeah. What's the money line?
Ooh. Not a gambler. Learned my lesson the hard way.
Ooh, yeah. You and me both. This one's out toward right field. Tausig is there, slips, and still makes a catch. 2 down.
UTSA has retired 5 in a row. Bruins have left 10 runners on base in this game, only scored 3 runs.
Orlovsky's retired all 5 of his guys, 4 via the fly ball out. Here's Baltz. A couple of walks and a strikeout, 0 for 1. Bruin, designated hitter. One ball, no strikes. It's almost like a catcher throwing, right? A little short arm.
Yeah, I mean, he
Right?
can definitely do it. He's got a strong enough arm from that angle and that slot. And again, as you know, it's abnormal. So anything you see as a hitter that's abnormal, it's going to take some getting used to. And this is the guy when I would take some pitches, even if you got to 2 strikes. You know, it's a hard way to live, but you know, the more you see off of him, the better chance you have.
Chopper left side. Hodge trying to play a short hop. Surprised he waved at that ball that way, as opposed to kind of staying down on it, looking it into the glove, or trying to on the short hop.
We already know that dirt's really hard, and so when it came off of that second hop, yeah, you would have thought he would give ground with it a little bit. Hops right in front of the plate, that big hop. That second one, he could have given ground to his left side, and then the quick transfer like we saw Rock on the other side last inning. Because that short hop and the high topspin short hop is very difficult. It's a do or die situation, and Hodge couldn't make the play.
First pitch breaking ball. Misses. It's an error on Hodge. 15th of the year. 45th committed by UTSA on the season. Two balls, no strikes. Duggar 1 for 3 with a single back in the 4th. Three 0. Oregon State's taking the early lead against Florida State, 1-0 in the top of the 1st inning. Oregon State came back and won that game yesterday against Florida State.
That's against a horse, too, for Florida State. Their ace, Jamie.
Three 1. Full count.
You're going to see mostly sliders coming out of the hand of Souza.
What were you saying? First pitch slider for strike. Top of the order, Lytle, Tausig, McClure for UTSA. Lytle 1 for 3 with that home run, his 10th of the year.
That thing just hit the deck. I mean, the only chance you have is to know that you're getting a slider, but you know, if there was a threat of a high velocity fastball, then you'd get a swing like that. But you've got to be looking for that right to left from Souza.
Souza's 1-2 now. Lytle strikes out swing. The ball gets away from Duggar. Gonna have to hurry. Throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Since the first inning, home run by Mason Lytle, just nothing from the American Athletic Conference Player of the Year. 0 for 3 with that strikeout there. 1 out. 2, 3, 4 coming up. Tausig was the MVP last week in their regional in Austin.
There's Tausig, 0 for 3. So he's a grad transfer, Santa Clara. The first pitch is cut on a miss.
So in 5 pitches, only one has been a strike. And if you're paying attention behind, Lytle, makes sense to probably let him land one. There you go.
Đấu
Ball
phá
is
thêm
strike
khu
on
phần 5
Tausig.
tập
10 home
157.
runs of the year, 65
Ở
runs
cuối tập
batted in
trước,
for the right
Tiêu Viêm
fielder.
dùng dị hỏa đẩy lui được viễn cổ phệ trùng mà tiêu hao.
See, they're all just falling out of the zone. And easier said than done, of course, but at this point, he's not throwing it for a strike. He's going for those swing and misses by making it look like it's going to be over the plate and then dropping low.
And a swing and a miss. I'll have to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. 2 outs.